name is Rafaela, and today we're going to talk about, in this webinar, about humanity global footprint. So, in first place, we have to think that we can design a sustainable future just by changing our lifestyle choices and not just thinking individually. That in first place we have to think like that because the changes starts with us in our houses and also creating consciousness collectively to reduce our ecological footprint. So, what is a ecological footprint? Ecological footprint is the only metric that measures how much nature have and how much nature we use. The footprint helps the countries to improve sustainability and well-being, local leaders to optimize public project investments, and individuals understanding our impact on the planet. How this works. So, we have the ecological footprint that measures the total biologically productive land, and water a person, a population, or a product uses to provide resources. For example, food, fiber, timber, and the space for infrastructure such as our houses, buildings, cars, and how Earth uh, will create we create these carbon emissions that can affect the earth, and the biocapacity is the ability that the earth have to regenerate these resources by itself. So if our demand exceeds the planet biocapacity, we overshoot it and degrade ecosystems. So, in this global footprint scenario, I use this tool and I explore two different scenarios. I focus on the difference of years. So, in first place, I put 5 years and 10 years, and also um, how um, how the footprint rises above the planet capacity, creating this overshoot. But if we reduce footprint, we can improve biocapacity that can help us to a better sustainable balance. Here is my personal footprint, and according to this tool that it's the ecological footprint calculation, I use 3.9 Earths, and I think that's a lot. And uh, comparing to the average person in Mexico uses 2.9 hertz, and I think this this average number it's different because I think here in Mexico the ecological footprint per person is higher. But in this case, we have this number that, in my opinion, I live here in Mexico as a foreigner, and I used to think my consumption was like normal, and but in reality, it's very unsustainable, and we're taking all the air resources, and we're not taking action or giving it back. So this is why it's so important to understand how our choices can affect daily. And the problem is that we don't see it daily. We don't see for today or tomorrow, we don't see that a contamination or or these carbon emissions. We don't see them. But if we compare today to 5 or 10 years, we're going to see a big difference. So here are some examples that can we can take actions here in Mexico and I think around the world to reduce our footprint. That is the demand side. So we can eat less red meat. We can choose more vegetables, legumes. We can eat chicken And by fish, I'm referring the sustainable fishing. Where are our products are coming from? That it's very important because sometimes we go to to buy our food and we don't have this consciousness about, oh, this price is higher, but maybe the product comes from a sustainable process. And also we don't see that it's also affecting our health. So if we create this consciousness individually and collectively, we can make a change. And and also use bicycles, carpool, public transportation. That here in Cancun sometimes is not that safe. So I prefer carpool or bicycles. And also using natural ventilation because here in Cancun sometimes it's very hot and we use the artificial air, the air conditioner, but we can also have our window open and let the wind blows. And also to increase the biocapacity, that it's the supply side, we can support community and regenerative agriculture and participate in sustainable local conservation projects such as cleaning the beach or creating this consciousness or giving like classes to I prefer to children because that's the moment when they can grow up with a different mentality that if we think we can change a 16 no sorry um an older person. So what is circular economy a connection? So, in first place, we can reduce our footprint by keeping materials in use, consuming less, reuse, and choose sustainable products. And we can increase the biocapacity by regenerating natural system, by restore soil, protecting ecosystems. So we can balance our human demand with the planet's capacity. Okay, so for my conclusion, designing our future means that we can make choices that reduce our demand and restore planet's capacity. And we have the power of making a big difference by changing our lifestyle, by keeping materials in use and regenerating nature using carpool or have less red meat in a week. Because it's not about not doing it again. It's about having a balance in our life. And I think the most important thing is raising awareness and promoting environmental education. As I said before, I prefer with kids that can grow with this mentality. And sometimes we said in class that people don't protect what they don't understand. So if each one of us uh, use this footprint calculator tool, we can create more conscious about how we are degrading our planet and our own resources. And we can also make that these resources can also be used by future generations. These are my resources, um, and that's it. Thank you.